Raphael had just turned 18, tall, solid, radiating something dangerous, the college baseball star built like a young bull. Nico, 26 and the family heir, sat squeezed in beside us, radiating even darker energy. Normally, neither of them would even look at me. They'd clearly decided I was some nobody who had married their dads to leech off his money and protection. Damien didn't notice. He just pulled the back door open for me like it was the most natural thing in the world. And that's how I ended up with my ass sitting across both of my son's laps.
Every time the car hit a bump, hand pushed another inch up under my skirt. Nico, the eldest, looked every bit the refined and noble heir, well-educated, sharp-featured, always impeccably dressed. I gritted my teeth tightly, terrified to make a sound, because my 50-year-old husband Damien was sitting less. My husband Damien had 2 sons, Nico and Raphael. After his first wife passed, he brought me, Serena, into the family 3 years ago, as the wife of the ruthless Don of the Moretti crime family. I had always treated them like my own sons. But Damien was old now, and his short, useless thing could never satisfy any of my needs anymore. We are being hunted down, betrayed by rivals. Damien had crammed every single supply, weapon, and bag of cash for our escape into the passenger seat in the trunk.
Damien, there's so much stuff in the car, there's nowhere for me to sit.
And just leave her home with the rest of the crap.
Absolutely not.
Passenger seat is packed full, no space up front. Serena, sit between your...
Raphael had just turned 18, tall, solid, radiating something dangerous, the college baseball star built like a young bull. Nico, 26 and the family heir, sat squeezed in beside us, radiating even darker energy. Normally, neither of them would even look at me. They'd clearly decided I was some nobody who had married their dads to leech off his money and protection. Damien didn't notice. He just pulled the back door open for me like it was the most natural thing in the world. And that's how I ended up with my ass sitting across both of my son's laps, their muscles tense and bulging as I sat with one ass cheek on each of their laps, trapping me in scorching heat. I shifted, trying to find a way to sit that didn't feel so close.
Hold still, don't move.
His palm hot enough to burn through the fabric. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I was a little afraid of them both. I just hoped they were an accident. 2 weeks ago, at the private villa pool late at night, I had come out for some fresh air and saw Raphael standing under the dim pool lights and dove back to the water without a word. Out of sheer gratitude, I had played the part of the dutiful wife and stepmother. I'd never noticed them this clearly before. 2 weeks ago, late at night, I had just finished showering and was standing naked in the walk-in closet looking for clothes. Suddenly, I heard footsteps. Panicking, I quickly hid deep inside the closet, leaving the door slightly ajar, whispering my name over and over until he came with a stifled groan. I hadn't been able to stop thinking about him, and now, Nico's low voice sounded behind me. I had no choice but to straddle. Although Raphael was glaring at us with wide, furious eyes, his jaw clenched tight and his fist few minutes before I felt it. Long after, dark clouds rolled in over the Gobi Desert and rain began to fall. The air, which had been scorching and bone-dry, quickly turned hot and humid. Sweat and rain mixed together against my ear, his voice low, rough, and dangerously commanding. Damien was focused on the road, oblivious. The crow's tea around his eyes, the gray creeping in at his temples.
Bet if he knew how wet you are right now, it would destroy him.
Serena, honey, pass me a cigarette from the glove box and light it for me, will you?
My heart slammed against my ribs. With trembling fingers, I reached forward, fumbling for the pack and lighter. As I leaned across the seat to light the cigarette for him, handed the lit cigarette to Damien, Raphael spoke up from the side.
She's been sitting on Nico the whole time. It must be tiring for her. Let her come back to me.
No.
Damien immediately whipped his head around.
Serena, what happened? Are you okay, honey?
I'm fine. Just startled by the rock. The road is really bumpy. Damien nodded, his eyes returning to the road ahead.
Hold on a little longer.
There's still about 20 kilometers left before we get out of the desert.
Damien was focused on the road, watching.
That thought, that terrible, reckless thought, cracked me wide.
Serena, what's wrong? You're breathing so hard.
I bit down harder on my lower lip and shook my head desperately. I'm fine. After a moment, I managed a shaky whisper, just a little uncomfortable. Not daring to speak at first. You should rest quickly, too. What was I, husband 3 feet away, while Raphael sat right beside us? That was sick. That was fucked up. But the windows were open. And Damien was a good driver. I knew him. I knew he wouldn't take his eyes off that. He didn't know. He was right there, and he didn't know he'd caught me grinding on my own. He was the man who'd pulled me out of the gutter. He gave me a home, a name, a life, and kind of grinding. Over both our lap cover, under the white, sliding up the inside of my calf, disappearing under my skirt. Wherever his fingers touched, I burned. Just then, Damien's voice came from the front, sounding relieved.
We've finally left the desert. We're on the highway now. The road should be much smoother from here.
Hard enough to hurt. Choking back the sound, I couldn't stop the soft. This was disgusting. This was sick. Damien was right there, hands at 10 and 2, humming to himself, and all I could think about was how much Nico looked like he wanted to wreck me. I looked over his shoulder at Damien's oblivious silhouette. Nico, please. Whatever was left of my resistance collapsed, his eyes dark with hunger as his fingers.
The brakes let out a long, tired squeal, and the spell inside the car snapped. My back went cold with sweat. That one drag sent a sharp wave of heat through me, pushing me right to the edge like I was going to shatter.
We've reached the coast. We stop here to reorganize. After this, we abandon the car and board the boat immediately.
His eyes flicked to me sharply in the rearview mirror, tone firm and commanding.
We're going out to the open sea. No delays, no mistakes.
His eyes flicked to me in the mirror.
Serena, your face is flushed. You car sick?
I'm fine, just stuffy in here. Feeling a little off.
Stuffy or worked up?
The day was unbearably muggy, the air heavy and damp.
I was going to lose my mind.
Go outside and get some air. Clear your head.
I exhaled. The sudden emptiness made me shiver. I ran for the bathroom. The lock clicked behind me, and I collapsed against the door, gasping. I looked down. A low voice came from outside.
It's me.